All right, so let's get into 4-6. I did kind of a good job with 4-5, but I'm gonna try and improve my clarity for 4-6. So let's see. 4-6 has explained the possible reasons for gifting money to others and described the pros and cons of families/caregivers paying their children a weekly allowance. Alright, so I'm not gonna do my roleplay spiel with this one. I'm gonna just explain in a casual setting, so that way I'm just putting out ideas out there, like I would be if I was preparing for this roleplay instead. So, the two main reasons that I would give, I wouldn't want to populate the judge's mind with a ton of different reasons. I want to hone in on two main ones. One, the feel good reason, but then two, like the smart, technical, financial reason. I mean, the feel good reason, the way that I would explain it is when you give money, right, or give anything for that matter, you are showing your kindness, you are making yourself feel better because you know you've contributed something positive to the world. And then I'd follow it up with kind of a joke or something that would connect with my experience, such as, whenever I'm helping a client and I see them leave with a smile on their face, I'm thinking about that the entire car ride home. And again, you can use that to try and channel into that positive energy of you're doing something good. And who doesn't want to do good at all, right? The second thing is the financial, the technical, and the smart. The smart answer here is tax deductions. Well, how do those work? You would explain to your judge that whenever you give a charitable donation, they can be in cash or non-cash, you would file the form 8283 and you'll, fill that appropriately and you'll qualify for some amount of exemption on your taxes or deduction on that, taxable liability. And in general, who doesn't like paying less taxes? The pros and cons of family/caregivers, what I would talk about is just general financial responsibility. Are you setting expectations? Are you teaching your child how to manage their money effectively? Because the pros is, again, they are learning how to do it through practice. They can try out budgeting or different saving styles. You can talk about like zero-based budgeting, envelope budgeting, all of the things that you can help them with because your children are under your umbrella for the first 18 years of their life. So it's important that they know how to deal with money because sometimes money isn't usually brought up or something that's very comfortable for a lot of families to deal with, especially depending on their economic status. But just teaching them, giving them a sense of financial literacy in general is always going to be better now than tomorrow, and better tomorrow than it is 2 years in the future, right? So starting now is very, very useful. The con with giving an allowance is setting unhealthy expectations with how they're going to earn money. As you know, we live in a capitalist society, which means you're rewarded for some amount of work that you do. Now, what does that mean, right? Well, if you're giving your child an allowance just because the week has gone by, it's probably not going to be setting them up for success because now they're heading into the real world thinking they're going to get money just for getting money, right? For the sake of getting money. What you want to do is make it a reward. I know that a lot of my friends growing up, they had to do a lot of chores growing up, and I wish I had that too. But whenever they did their weekly chores or did some assignment or got good grades, they would be given money to compensate for their hard work. And again, that reflects a lot of what real life is like, so starting young would always be the better option. Remember that time is the most valuable thing in the world, so that should tell you all that you want to do. When you're gifting money to others, you're also giving them the commitment that you are spent time thinking about them for one thing. And then also, if you're giving them something money based, well, you've spent the time working for that money and now you're giving it to them, again, for one of those two reasons, financial or for feeling good. On that note, I'm going to come back for 4-7, but that is the next video. I'll see you next time.